Can you see the difference with the size comparison here? Close to 6 years ago, I purchased this truck sitting right behind me. This is my 2005 Ford F350 Harley Davidson edition. And I'm on a mission to restore this truck back to its OEM glory and make it OEM plus. There's a lot of issues that we have to fix on this truck, from charging issues all the way to rust on panels. This is a massive, massive undertaking for me. I have built a few other vehicles in the past, but this one is special to me. As we progress in this series, we're going to be doing body work, paint work, interior work, and a ton of under the truck work. So if you like 6-liter content or just a fan of the 99 to 07 body styles, follow along with this channel. We have a lot of work to do and not a very long time. So let's hop under the hood of this truck and let's get to work. So this truck already has a ton of motor work done to it. We are studded, deleted. We have the bulletproof diesel air to oil cooler kit. We have the upgraded charge pipe. We have a 6.4 pan and filter for the transmission. We have an upgraded battery cable kit, a full Edge CTS3 monitoring system with a bunch of extra probes to be able to monitor everything that we have going on under the hood of this truck. It also has upgraded oil rails, nipples, stamp pipes, dummy plugs, the whole nine. This truck has everything done to it to be bulletproof minus a water pump, but there is nothing wrong with the water pump that I have right now, so there's no reason to do it. But in this video, we're going to be tackling this guy right here. This is the factory OE alternator on this truck. And as I mentioned, we have the upgraded battery cables on this truck, the 0-gauge battery kit. So, as you could probably tell from the title of this video, we are going to be putting a high output alternator on this truck, mainly because when I go drive this truck, the truck voltage is sitting at 12.9, which that is still charging. However, it is not charging the batteries enough. And I do believe that this alternator does have an internal issue that is draining the batteries when the truck is off. I've come out to this truck multiple times in the past couple months, and it's been almost dead. And I don't want my Ficum to explode, so we're going to upgrade this alternator to a high output alternator. We'll have plenty of power to do so many other things as we progress in this build. Alright, here is the factory 6-liter alternator, and in this box is the fella that we are going to replace that with. Let's get this moved over to the side. Let's hop into this box from KC Turbos. Can you see the difference with the size comparison here? So this is a factory, I think it's like 135 amp output, and then this is your high output alternator, and this guy is a 230 amp output alternator. So this is going to be able to supply us with everything that we need to be able to put on this truck afterwards, and also it looks way better, and it's freaking massive. So they've already accommodated everything to this, so it does have the same wiring, And then the bolt holes are lowered, and it has the same drive pulley, so that there is no need to take off your old alternator pulley and put it onto the new one. It comes with a full billet aluminum one, so you're good to go to slap it back on the truck. So in this kit, I ordered this off of KC Turbos just because they were having a sale and Extreme Diesel Performance was not. It's the same exact alternator. It was just like 40 bucks cheaper than the other one, so I figured order from there, free shipping, good to go. So in this kit, it does come with new bolts to be able to bolt it down where your old alternator went. It does come with a wire extension, or if you have a differing plug, it will come with whatever plug that you decide if they're different for some odd reason. But this factory alternator on the 05 is the same as the one that comes on this one, so it's just going to be a direct plug and play. It's basically just an extension harness that came with it just in case, but I won't need it, I don't believe. So let's go ahead, slap this guy on the car. I'm very curious to see how well this charges the batteries. You can obviously see by how beefy it is that it is way bigger than the other one. This is going to be literally a massive, massive upgrade for this truck. Once we get this guy on, plugged in, bolted down, we're going to go ahead, take this rig for a ride. We're going to check the battery voltage, make sure everything's good, make sure we have no battery lights, none of that. And we're going to see how well this performs. I also want to take this factory alternator to like O'Reilly's or something and have them bench test it and do a load test on this to see if it was the reason why my batteries were failing. I have a very large sneaking suspicion that this is the reason why my batteries were dying. Mainly because it wasn't putting out a correct amount of charge. So like what I've seen with these on other trucks with like a brand new OEM one, they would sit at like 13.9, and mine was only sitting at maybe 13.1, most of the time 12.9. So it was definitely a volt low on the charging aspect. So I think there might have been some sort of diode that is in there that is dying, and that's probably why my truck batteries kept dying. They were bleeding through the batteries through the alternator because something was broken. But we'll go ahead and get this load tested at the end of this video, so stay tuned to see if this was the reason why the batteries are dying. I'm like 99% sure, but we'll have clear data here in just a few minutes. Oh my God, that thing is massive. I love it. So I already have this truck wired for a lot of extra like lights and stuff. I also have this truck wired already for a stereo system. I don't bump a sub at all. I used to, but those days are behind me. But it is going to be nice to be able to install a nice stereo system in this car and not worry about my batteries dimming my headlights. But the main reason for this big of an alternator is, number one, my battery cables are set up for it. I have massive cables in this truck. And number two, my batteries keep dying, like I said previously, and I'm pretty sure it's the alternator. And if you're going to get rid of something, why not upgrade it to the best of its ability and its full potential? So pretty much a while we're in there moment. Alright, so the alternator wire, the actual plug itself, is plug and play. So I don't necessarily know what that one right there is for. However, if you do have an 05 Harley edition, I know for sure that it is plug and play. One issue that I run into, which I figured was going to be a problem, we have to open up this wire connection. It does not fit on the new stud. The main power wire does, but this one needs to get filed open just a touch. All right, so the mounting bolts for the alternator go to 35 foot-pounds, which is not a whole lot, so it's probably about right there. Okay, that wraps up the install on a 230 amp 6.0 Powerstroke alternator. Let's get these battery terminals cleaned up on both batteries, because as you can see, that one right there has a little bit of gunk on it. And we don't like gunk. We want no gunk. So let's get those cleaned up. We'll get it reinstalled, all the terminals, and let's go ahead, fire this thing up. I want to say, before you all come after my throat, pause. Weird. I did use a torque wrench. So. Alright, let's start it up. Let's see what we got going on. Alright, I know it's dark, but currently we are at 13.1 to 13.4, and that is because these batteries were already low. So we're going to let this charge for a little bit. We're also going to drive this tomorrow a good bit to go get that other alternator load tested. But as of right now, everything is working as it should. The truck is charging, which it's already higher than it was before. I think it has to do also with the batteries being low, number one, and number two, we're not putting any load on this alternator right now, so it's not coming up. But currently it is 9:30 at night, so let's pick this back up bright and early, first thing in the morning, and let's go drive this, go get this alternator load tested, and from there we can make a clean assumption. While sitting, it's at 13.3 charging, which is great because that one down there was at like 12.7. So it's obviously doing something so far, but we're at O'Reilly's, so let's go see if they can put that on the charger real quick or on the tester real quick, and we'll see if that's actually the problem or not.
What's the vehicle?
It's a 05 F350.
Which engine?
This 6-liter Powerstroke.
That's good.
Everything went good?
Yep.
Sweet, man. Alright, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mama.
Well, you heard it from the man first. He said everything's good. Usually they give you like a little printout. I don't know why they didn't this time, but either way, that alternator was good, supposedly. So I don't know why it was doing that. Maybe it just was underrated for what this truck has on it so far, and like the battery cables and all that stuff. But either way, we are back to fully upgraded with this alternator, and it is sitting very well at idle, 13.3, hitting 13.4, charging very good. So I'm very pleased with this upgrade. Plus, it just looks freaking way better. And with all the other stuff that we're going to be adding into here, we need to have a little extra juice, a little extra power to be able to run what we want to run. So, like I said, this truck is getting a full overhaul, so we're going to be needing to pull off panels and stuff like that. If you watched my last 6-liter video, you know that this truck is going to be getting a lot of paint, bodywork. There's some decent amount of rust on the doors, front and rear bumpers, and just like little touch-ups here and there. So I need to go pick up some base and some primer, some epoxy primer, and we need to start making a game plan for how we're going to roll that, because this is going to be a massive, massive undertaking for me. Probably one of the biggest projects I've done yet. I mean, yeah, I resprayed my entire car, like my Subaru and stuff like that, but that is such a smaller scale compared to how massive this truck is and how big the body panels are. So we're going to see how we do. Let's head back to the house. Alright, well, with that being said, I think I'm going to wrap up today's video right here. Massive progress. This thing is freaking sweet. It looks great, and also it performs even better. So that's exactly what we wanted. I got a lot of 6-liter content coming down the pipe, so stick with me, guys. I know I'm having a little bit of a sporadic upload schedule, but we're going to get that hashed out. If you're looking forward to more 6 liter content or you care to follow along, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like the video, helps get it out to other people so they can witness what I'm about to do to this truck. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.